Alright, let's go check in with Dorian. Oh, I might have some stuff for the research.
Greetings to you, Inquisitor. I am to serve as assistant to any research concerns. You'll find my skills are exceptional. I hope they prove useful.
Oh, okay. Well, how are your duties going?
What is your evaluation of how we're doing?
I am able to pursue my duties with optimal efficiency, thanks to Skyhold's present state.
Great, wonderful. Thank you.
As you were.
Yes, Inquisitor.
Alright, where's Dorian?
You have remarkably little here on early Tevinter history. All these gifts to the Inquisition, and the best they can do is the Malefica Imperio. Trite propaganda. But if you want 20 volumes on whether Divine Galatea took a shit on Sunday, this is evidently the place to find it.
Such a critic.
That's the Dorian I know. Critiquing every book in my library.
I wouldn't have to, if you could find some rebellious heretic archivist to join the cause.
Are there rebellious archivists? Other than you, that is.
If Corypheus ever starts burning masterworks of literature, I'm sure a few will pop up. Did I see something by Genitivi here? I could have sworn.
What is this about, Dorian?
When everyone returned, they told us about your tumble into the abyssal rift. You went into the Fade. Physically went in. Are you... all right?
We lost Stroud. It wasn't fun, but I got my memories back.
I learned a surprising amount. What happened at the Temple of Sacred Ashes, for one.
Regained your memories. That's good then.
I think so.
You do realize this feat hasn't been performed in over 1,000 years. Corypheus and his contemporaries entered the Fade and began the Blights. In comparison.
Yeah, I guess. I was lucky.
You're right. I was fortunate.
Indeed. Although there is cause for concern. If you can walk in the Fade, others will try to follow. Who knows what secrets Corypheus has revealed? Not all of them will be as lucky as you. What they could unleash. My advice? Keep this quiet. Let them speculate. Too many will see this as a challenge.
I agree. I don't think that this was a good idea to let out.
That's a good idea.
There are enough idiots in the world who think if they just use enough blood magic, their problems will vanish. It's exactly the sort of thing I want to stop back home. This I don't need. What I do need is a copy of the Liberalum. I'll wager I can find Corypheus's real name. If I can prove he was a grasping ankle-biter with no family to speak of, the luster would come right off. Wish me luck.
Feel like we need to talk to Vivian, but I guess we'll go take a trip over there just to check in.
You walked physically through the Fade. Please tell me what you remember.
I saw the Divine and my past, or what looked like the Divine.
I had visions. Echoes of what happened to me the first time. The Divine was there. There was something like her.
Manifestations of your own mind, perhaps? Or external memories awakened by your presence? I suppose there's no way to tell. No one else has physically entered the Fade since the Magisters assaulted the Golden City. Oh, I'm positively envious right now.
Well, you don't need to be. It wasn't like it was a fun trip. Alright, Vivian, thank you for talking. I'll talk to you later. Now let's go check in with Solus.
cannot believe the Grey Wardens could even conceive of such a plan. To seek out these old gods deliberately, in some bizarre attempt to preempt the Blight.
Yes, and don't forget about the demons. Yeah, the demons.
And calling the army of demons, that's my favorite part.
The demons are nothing. They're a tool.
A tool that would have let Corypheus ride roughshod over most of Orlais.
Even if they hadn't, the entire idea is wrong. The Blight is not something one smugly outsmarts. Forgive me. The entire idea is unnerving.
Yes, it is. Very much so. Alright, we gotta check in with Varric.
Now this is a hall worthy of the Inquisition.
I knew Stroud, you know, not well. He saved Hawke's little sister from the Blight. Not many people knew who he was, but the man was a hero when it mattered. He wasn't the first good man to fall to Corypheus. He won't be the last. This story's no good for heroes.
Yeah... At least Hawke survived.
You must be glad that Hawke made it back in one piece.
Yeah, closest thing I've ever seen to a miracle there. Hawke asked me to tell everyone back in Kirkwall where she's going. I should let Bethany know what's going on. I'd better write some letters. Excuse me.
So now that we have some downtime, Varric, I need to tell you something about Cassandra. Fighting a losing battle?
Battling the demons of paperwork? That's a fight nobody walks away from clean.
You have no idea the number of times I've almost been killed by bills of lading. I've been meaning to come talk to you anyhow. I never officially joined the Inquisition. I don't know how to do this disciplehood thing.
Yeah.
I'm a businessman. Never really followed a chosen one before.
Just be my friend. That's all I ask.
I don't need a disciple. I need a friend.
If you knew how intimidating you are, you wouldn't make it sound so simple. You just don't know what you are to the people out there. The Herald of Andraste is a symbol bigger than any of us.
Well, what am I to you?
What am I to you then?
None of this shit makes any sense to me. Is this the end of the world? Did Andraste send you through the breach? I have no idea. You heard the crowd singing after Haven was attacked?
Please don't sing. That's quite alright.
Please tell me you're not going to burst into song now.
Don't worry, I'm not that cruel. I should probably get back to work. Unless, you up for a game of Wicked Grace?
I am, but wait. Wait. Still have something to talk about.
Sorry, I really need to write some letters. Another time, all right?
Really? Okay, I guess I'll come back later. Let's go check in with Cassandra. See how she's doing.
Writing does not come naturally to me, as I'm certain you can imagine.
I mean, are you competing with Varric now? Is that what's going on?
Trying to outdo Varric's next literary masterpiece?
I haven't his talent for blather. As if written by a dim-witted child. Historians will one day ask what happened at Adamant Fortress, in the Fade. I wasn't there, but others were. Their accounts must be recorded.
Okay, I mean, I get where you're coming from, but please be careful.
Fair enough. Just be careful what you write.
Do not be concerned. I am a poor writer, but not unaware of the weight my words might carry. I still don't know what to say about the spirit of the divine. The Chantry teaches us that the souls of the dead pass through the Fade, so it could have been her. Yet even so...
Yeah, I guess I don't know either. It could have been her in a spirit, or it could have just been a spirit. I tend to think that it was just a spirit and nothing more.
I think it was a spirit, that's all.
Perhaps it saw Justinia's soul and admired it enough to carry on her wishes. I hope that's true. I want to believe it. When they told me you were physically in the Fade, I was terrified for you. The last time such a thing happened, we created Darkspawn. We created Corypheus. The world needs to know the truth this time. No more legends lost to the ages.
I agree. Okay, how do I... Where's the door? This way.
Shame the alliance with the Chief's people didn't work out. He hasn't said anything, but he's feeling it.
I know. Is there anything that we could have you and your Chargers do?
Can you think of any other tasks suitable for the Chargers? You sealed the main rifted adamant, but the fortress is still a mess. Demons, darkspawn, making knows what. I could take Rocky out there with some of the boys. They know how to bring down walls. We can't close rifts, but we can bury the bastards under a ton of rubble.
Sounds good to me. Thank you.
We'll talk later.
Again. Again. Come on! This is why the Qun doesn't like women fighting. I should have asked Cullen. Good one.
Perhaps you can take over.
Okay.
Gunari training exercise to master your fear. Been a while since I needed it, but that nightmare demon was... big.
Yeah, and I can understand, so I will go right ahead and hit you.
All right.
Whatever works.
There we go. Oh, yeah. Damn demon. Who's stuck in the Fade, huh?
All right, let it out. Just let it out.
That nightmare wanted to tear you in half.
Not a chance. Piece of Fade, piece of crap. And who killed you? That's right. Iron fucking Bull. I needed that. Thanks, boss.
Yeah, I see. You like it rough, huh?
Didn't know you liked it that rough.
Only from you, boss. Only from you.
That's good to know. All right, we should probably check in with Sarah and Cole because they were pretty freaked out being invaded.
You happier with the champion?
Let's start with Cole first.
In Kirkwall, too.
No, it's better you not know.
No. But you like demons. I enjoy the company of spirits, yes, which is part of why I do not abuse them with bindings. It isn't abuse if I ask. Not always true. Also, I do not practice blood magic, which renders this entire conversation academic. He won't bind me. He's a mage and he likes demons, but he won't help.
Okay. Are you serious right now, Cole? I don't understand what's going on.
We just saw the Grey Wardens trying to raise an army of demons. You want Solus to bind you?
He has to! If Solus won't do the ritual to bind me, someone else could. Will. Like the Warden Mages. And then... I'm not me anymore. Walls around what I want. Blocking, bleeding, making me a monster.
We'll figure something out, Cole, but I don't think binding is the right answer.
There has to be some middle ground between do nothing and bind Cole with blood magic.
Indeed. I recall stories of amulets used by Raveni seers to protect spirits they summon from rival mages. A spirit, wearing an amulet of the Unbound, was immune to blood magic and binding. It should protect Cole as well. The resources of the Inquisition could be used to find such a talisman.
Okay.
Good. They will not take me.
Sounds like a plan. Okay. Alright, now we need to check in with Sarah. Not exactly sure how freaked out she's gonna be.
My what?
Sarah, about Adamant and what happened in the Fade.
Alright, why did you do that?
A good shot. Why are you angry?
Shut up and listen, yeah? Never again. You hear me? Everyone is pretending it made sense. Demons and visions and all of it. The Fade isn't real. And I saw nothing. Nothing. They were like little empty things. Like there's nothing in the dark. No point. Stupid, right? That shouldn't be scary, like it was. I'd have taken spiders. Like you. You're scared of spiders. All of them. Even little ones.
They don't necessarily make me very comfortable. But really, it's the giant ones that I have a problem with.
It's really only the enormous, dangerous ones.
Well, that's good because little ones are everywhere. It's stupid to think about anyway. Everybody going on about imaginary stuff when real people died. Probably. Stroud, yeah? Lost a serious moustache there. And in trade, a busted down bunch of wardens. And they're always weird. Usually, bad stuff happens first, so you're glad when the hero shows up. But wardens are the wrong way round. They're the good thing that means a bad thing is about to happen. Like in Denerim, when the Blight ended.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you remember about that? I mean, you were probably just a little girl at that time.
A lot happened in Denerim. What did you see?
People talked a lot about this one warden. There was a big fight and they died, or I don't know, maybe they didn't.
The hero of Ferelden? You forget the hero of Ferelden.
That was ages ago. 10 years. I was playing with small painted boxes and burying stuff I stole. I remember more people cringing about magic than blight. Wardens were an excuse for your stuff to go missing. Blackwall's nice, though. Different from the adamant ones. Need more like him.
I agree. The ones that know how to use their logic.
Yes.
Alright, let's see. Oh. There's a person up here. What is he doing over here?
Inquisitor, it was amazing. Sorry, slow down. Your quartermaster outfitted me, and I got training to hunt the bandits near my home, in your name. I hired Voth here. Don't tell anyone, but he's a mage. A good one, though. Thank you for trusting me, your worship. I'll pay you back, I swear.
You're welcome. That's fine. Just keep training.
Good work. Keep with the training. We'll need every hand.
Yes. Yes, your worship. We'll do just that. Won't we, Voth? He doesn't speak, but he's thankful too.
Okay.
I'll ask around again tomorrow.
Well,
Alright, let's, check in with Blackwall and Cullen. there's Blackwall.
Someone I knew once described Adamant to me. Adamant is, and always will be, the Order, he said. A guardian on the edge of the abyss. The lone soul that stares into oblivion and doesn't waver. That's what Warden Commander Clarel tried to be. Well, they all tried to be. I'm told her wardens never wavered. They went to their deaths willingly. They died for us. And Corypheus twisted their sacrifice to make it his own.
That is true. And that is why we fight him.
And that's why he has to die.
You'll get no argument from me. There's no one to blame but Corypheus. Even Clarel's intentions were righteous. Her desire to protect was so great it led her astray. It's not right. To want to do good, to be good, and have that turned against you.
True. That is true. But we can still try.
At the end of the day, I guess all we can do is try and hope for the best.
You're right. What matters is that we never give up. Clarel made mistakes, but she was a great woman. And she died a great woman. It's not the armor or the trappings of the Order. It's not the joining. At the heart of it, all a warden is a promise. To protect others, even at the cost of your own life.
Okay. Good talk.
Not now, sister.
I know what you mean to do.
As leader of the Inquisition, there's something I must tell you.
Well, this sounds very ominous. What is it?
You're being especially serious today.
I know. Lyrium grants Templars our abilities, but it controls us as well. Those cut off suffer. Some go mad, others die. We have secured a reliable source of lyrium for the Templars here. But I no longer take it.
You stopped?
When I joined the Inquisition. It's been months now.
Okay. You seem fine.
You've never complained.
Why would I? I chose this. After what happened in Kirkwall, I couldn't. I will not be bound to the Order, or that life any longer. Whatever the suffering, I accept it. But I would not put the Inquisition at risk. I've asked Cassandra to watch me. If my ability to lead is compromised, I will be relieved from duty.
Cullen, you handled yourself wonderfully at Adamant, and you've been doing this for a while now. Had you not told me, I never would have known. I respect your decision, and for what it's worth, I think that I admire and respect you for that.
Thank you for telling me. I respect what you're doing.
Thank you, Inquisitor. The Inquisition's army must always take priority. Should anything happen, I will defer to Cassandra's judgment.
Okay.
First the Templars, now the Grey Wardens. Both devoted their lives to fighting evil. Now they serve it.
True. Corypheus is very cunning.
What better way to demoralize the people of Thedas than to corrupt their heroes? If Corypheus appears with Templars and Wardens at his side, why shouldn't they follow too?
Because now is not the time to lose hope. The Inquisition must serve as an example. We must stand where others fall.
I agree. Is there anything I should know?
Is there anything I should know?
I'm glad to have the charges on our side. Bull's men are professionals, despite evidence to the contrary.
I think they're great. Tell me more about Samson.
You and the Red Templars leader seem to have personal history.
When I arrived in Kirkwall, Samson and I shared quarters. He seemed a decent man at first. Knight Commander Meredith later expelled Samson for erratic behavior. He ended up begging on Kirkwall streets. He committed further crimes, but managed to evade the Order's justice. Now Samson serves Corypheus as his loyal general.
You know why he would serve Corypheus?
Why do you think Samson joined Corypheus?
He had a chronic lyrium addiction. He spent every last coin buying it from local smugglers. Perhaps Corypheus flattered his vanity, gave him purpose as well as lyrium. Perhaps that's all it took.
That makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, he's certainly gone up in the world, hasn't he?
You can't deny being a general is an improvement to living on the streets.
I'd rather die than kneel to Corypheus. Clearly Samson felt otherwise. I don't understand how he became so powerful. Even with red lyrium, Samson's glory days are long behind him.
Okay. Well, we know a little bit more about him then. Alright, so that is it. Gonna go ahead and go to the war table. Oh, I have people waiting for me at the throne.
I told them the offer was the best we could do.
Weird that it's a throne. Is it a throne? Can we just call it a chair? Okay. Let's do this.
Adamant's influence continues, your worship. I submit Lord Livius Erimond of Virantium, who remains loyal to Corypheus. We found him alive, offering extreme resistance, likely because the Order will ask for his head. In more colorful terms. To say nothing of justice you might personally require for what was suffered in the Fade.
Well, this is gonna be quick.
Countless better men and women than you are dead. Why shouldn't this be quick?
I recognize none of this proceeding. You have no authority to judge me.
On the contrary, many officials have communicated that they will defer to the Inquisitor on this matter.
Because they fear. Not just Corypheus, but Tevinter, rightful ruler of every piece of ground you trod in your pathetic life. I served a living god. Bring down your blades and free me from the physical. Glory awaits me.
Really? So you want to die? So that's actually the exact opposite of what I'm going to give you. I will not make you tranquil, simply because as a mage myself, no. I think the perfect justice would be to give him back to the Wardens and let the Wardens decide what to do with him.
Although willing, there is a group you have wronged more than any. Lord Livius Erimond of Virantium. The Wardens can have you. Let them take your head if they want it.
Their petty justice or yours, it matters not. Truth lies in the next world.
Is there another one? Really?
Another of the lingering pains of Adamant, your worship. Sir Ruth is a senior warden of the Order. She was one of the many who slit the throat of another to bind a demon. She does not contest this. In fact, she surrendered to us. She requests no mercy. She wants the public justice of the headman's axe.
Okay, wait a minute. You voluntarily surrendered. Obviously, you feel guilty. I'm a little confused. Do you believe that you deserve to die? Because that's the only thing I can think of.
You were free to rejoin your comrades, and yet you present yourself here.
There is no excuse for my actions. I murdered another of the Order. That blood marks me more than the Blight ever could.
Accepting their actions while thralls of Corypheus, many treaties allow wardens any extreme if it opposes the Blight.
I can't do it. I can't use the greater good to justify my crimes, as if it would create a future I could be a part of. It is wrong that this broke me. I've done worse with full sanction. I can do nothing except be an example of the cost.
I understand where you're coming from. What about going to the deep roads? I mean, isn't that where you wardens go to die anyway? But then you'll fight because that's a natural thing for you to do. I'm not gonna lock you up because I don't, that's not what you're asking. All right, I can't judge you. I can't judge you.
We doubt when we're safe, when Blight is not at our throat. I can't judge a warden, Sir Ruth. No one has that right.
You have more faith in the Order than we ourselves have.
I don't, really. But I'm willing to give you all a chance. Okay. Alright, let's go to the war table. Oh, you know what? We need to talk to Josephine.
And what else did Lady Forsythia say? That she'd rather drown herself than help the Inquisition. Anything else? She said she'd have us flogged alive if we allied with her brother. That does sound like her. Cheer up, Josie. We at least have her attention. You always do find the brighter side of things. We are in the midst of cementing an alliance with Lady Forsythia of Nevada, Your Worship. It's become a somewhat delicate task.
Really? Okay. How can I help?
Can I do anything to help negotiations?
Thank you, but I believe I have matters in hand. I dissuaded her from sending soldiers when she learned we'd struck an accord with a brother she's feuding with. Lady Forsythia simply employs a colorful manner of speech.
Well, you obviously know what you're doing.
You're rather good-natured about threats of death and dismemberment.
They are chiefly bluster, Inquisitor. Most of them. But I confess I do miss my staff from the embassy in Antiva. It was always useful to discuss the day's visitors with them.
Well, you can discuss them with me. I may not understand everything that you're gonna tell me, but I'm willing to listen.
I have time, if you'd like to review things with me.
I wouldn't wish to impose.
If it were imposing, I wouldn't have offered.
Well, I admit there are a few potential alliances it would be good to discuss. Right on the parlor floor, in front of everyone at the soiree. Who does such a thing in front of their guests?
The Duke of Kellington, apparently.
And then there's Cole's lurking. It frightens our guests half to death. Lord Jennar still won't respond to our letters. And Sarah, can she not find a single overshirt with that mustard taint on it? Then there's Dorian. The man refuses to take anything seriously unless it suits its whim. Not to mention... Oh goodness. Have we been here an hour already?
Yeah, I guess we have. It's been a bit more than that, but it's alright.
2.5 hours, I think, but no one's counting.
Oh, dear. I didn't intend to go on for so long. You must think me quite the gossip.
No, I think you're invaluable. That's what I think.
No one else here has your experience, Josephine? Or your stories?
I'll try to curtail their length next time. But I leave feeling less troubled than I have in weeks.
Look at that view. That is just gorgeous. Okay. Let's go to the war table now. I'm trying to get to the war table for a while.